He has an occasional slice of cake, piece of cake when he wants to, and he's burning it off, and it's not going to matter.
It doesn't matter!
If he has a piece of cake, he can have a piece of cake and eat it too. It's about balance. Coach Greg, and how does Cristiano Ronaldo do it? I mean, how does he do it? Have you seen the look of this guy? He's a specimen, arguably the best footballer in the world. And the guy's 36 years of age and looks better than ever. So what exactly is he doing? Today's video is about what does he put into his body to fuel himself, and should you do it? Is this the diet that you should follow? So I'm on Fitness Vault and I'm looking at the pictures of this guy, and check him out. He's doing sumo deadlifts with a kettlebell, looking amazing. Shredded, single-digit body fat. Standing out on the beach, looks like a fitness model. Look at the abs, the chest, the conditioning of this man. Well, it says here he's 6 feet 1 inches tall. That I do believe. Pretty tall like Chris Bumstead. And weighs in at 185 pounds, 64 kilograms. Quick little math lesson. There's 2.2046 pounds in a kilogram. 64 kilograms would be a small bike rider in the Tour de France. A very small rider. He is not 64 kilograms. He's probably 84 kilograms. So let's maybe do not only a spell check, but a math check. Y'all know I can't spell anything. I have poor grammar, but pretty sure I'm good at math. Pretty sure 64 kilograms is not 185 pounds. And I would hope he's not only 64 kilograms, because if he is, I don't know how he'd have that much muscle on that physique. And so just how popular is Cristiano? Well, he removed Coke bottles from a press conference that said you shouldn't drink Coke. It's got a lot of sugar. It's not healthy. You should probably drink water instead. And Coca-Cola, the stock value went down $4 million. So he makes a statement and people listen. When Cristiano says, I'm not going to drink pop, drinking water instead, the world listens. Imagine if I had that kind of influence. Y'all should stop drinking regular pop and drink diet pop because it's got way fewer calories. It's going to keep you satiated, going to keep your hunger cravings down, and allow you to lose the weight and keep it off. That it's going to do, and studies have shown this, but people are going to continue to debate me and say, nope, you should drink regular pop, diet pop, it's bad for you, gut microbiome, all messed up. Listen, people, you can drink your diet pop and lose weight. And studies do show that if you are overweight, obese, and you substitute regular pop for diet pop, you will in fact lose weight and keep it off and be more satiated. If you're already shredded, already in shape, already doing cardio like Cristiano, you don't need to switch to diet pop. And Cristiano, if he wants to drink water instead of Coke, well, that's great. This is a multi-million-dollar athlete. And I'm not going to tell you that water isn't healthier than regular pop, but I am going to tell you that if you're overweight or obese and you switch regular pop to water instead of diet pop, you're probably not going to lose as much weight. You're probably going to regain it because the water is not going to be as satiating to you. And so what does Cristiano Ronaldo drink? What does he eat? Well, he takes in a variety of food sources. Notice variety from all 4 food groups. He doesn't eat carnivore. He's not vegan. He's not intermittent fasting. He's eating a variety of foods, like Coach Greg says to do. Variety is a spice of life. Stop following fad diets. And is it always perfect? No, he has an occasional slice of cake, piece of cake when he wants to, and he's burning it off, and it's not going to matter.
It doesn't matter!
If he has a piece of cake, he can have a piece of cake and eat it too. It's about balance. If you cut out everything, you're not going to stick to that diet forever. You might have enough willpower to get you to summertime, to the wedding, to that trip down south, but you won't keep the diet going. You're going to rebound and gain the weight back and probably more and decrease the amount of muscle during that crash diet. So stop crash dieting and go on diets that you can sustain for the rest of your life. And in this varied diet, he eats things like this. Bread. Shocking, he can have bread. I have French toast almost every day. You can have bread. Carbs are not the enemy. You don't have to be a carbophobe. So sorry, all you keto dieters out there. You don't need to go keto. If keto were actually better, why wouldn't Ronaldo be following that? He's a multi-million-dollar athlete, wants to be the best in the world. If keto was a better diet, wouldn't all professional athletes be on that better diet? If I thought I'd be better if I ate keto, don't you think I would be following keto? He also has things like fish, eggs, chicken, steak, and fruit juices. And fruit juices, mostly sugar, but he has them. It's similar to pop. If you look at the actual macros, the calories, the sugar in fruit juices and compare them to pop, they're very similar. I'm not saying it's just as bad for you, but I'm saying it's not that good. Rather than having fruit juice, you are in fact better off having fruit. If you're overweight, obese, you drink a lot of fruit juice, switch it for regular fruit, and I promise you, you'll notice a difference. And aside from a piece of cake, he does have chocolate bars sometimes. Not all the time, sometimes. And he even drinks wine. Wine has calories, 7 calories per gram. It's less than fat, which has 9 calories per gram, but it's more than protein and carbs, which have 4 calories per gram. And wine, empty calories. Empty calories, they don't offer a lot of nutritional value. So if you're just drinking a lot of alcohol, it's not really good for you. But again, it's about balance, moderation. Try not drinking an entire bottle every night, but if you're drinking wine every day, try not to drink more than 1 glass. The less you drink, the better, but it doesn't mean you can never drink it. And some of Cristiano's diet tips, they are in fact amazing. They are prime examples of what you should be doing. He says a workout routine, no matter how good it is, isn't enough if you're just eating extra calories, eating extra crap. You can't work off a bad diet. And so here are some of the principles that he suggests that you try to follow in your diet so that you can lose weight. Number 1, eat a high protein diet. If you eat a lot of protein, it's going to be more satiating and it'll increase the amount of calories you burn, the thermic effect of food. It takes more energy for your body to break apart, digest, and go through protein than it does, for example, carbs, alcohol, or fat. So by eating more protein, you're actually burning more calories. Not only that, protein is what you need to build muscle. I suggest you get in close to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Minimum half a gram. If you're not dieting, you don't need as much, but if you're on a diet, try to take in close to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And if you can do so over 4 to 5 meals a day, getting in protein at those times, that is going to be optimum. If you only eat once, twice a day, it's all right. You get in your protein. But if you're 200 pounds, you're going to need to eat 200 grams of protein in one sitting. It's a lot. It's better to spread it out. So when in doubt, if you're not sure, spread it out. Tip number 2, avoid sugar. I'm not a fan of this. I don't think you need to avoid sugar. Sugar isn't inherently bad. Sugar is a carb. Don't be a carbophobe. Sugar consumed, for example, during workouts, during training is actually a good thing. If you're out riding a bicycle for 2 hours, you actually should consume some sugar. You need some quick, readily available energy. Think of it. If I'm riding for 2 hours on a bike, am I going to be better off having sugar or a salad? I'm on a bike. I need to have something quick. I got 30 seconds to eat something while I'm going down the hill. I need to eat right now. I'd rather have a sugar than some kind of fiber or protein or fat. I'm not going to eat a steak while riding down a hill on a bicycle. Sugary foods and drinks cause the accumulation of fat and slow down the metabolism. Well, it depends. Sugar on its own doesn't cause you to have more body fat or slow your metabolism. It depends. Are you eating in a calorie surplus? If eating that sugar causes you to eat more and you get more cravings, you start eating cereal, licorice, candy, jelly beans, and you can't put the fork down, you can't put the bag down, and you keep eating it, and you eat in a calorie surplus and you gain body fat, and then you go to bed, then yeah, it's going to slow your metabolism down and cause you to gain fat. But if you're eating in a deficit, even if it's a lot of jelly beans and licorice and sugar, but you're in a deficit, it's not going to lower your metabolism and you are going to lose weight. You're not gaining the weight. Calories in, calories out, always, every single time is going to be the end factor that decides if you gain or lose weight. Always, every single time. So if anyone ever says that's not true, they are wrong. Don't care how many degrees they have, how smart they are, how tall they are, how many followers they have. If they say calories in, calories out at the end of the day doesn't determine if you lose or gain weight, they are wrong. And tip number 3, this is a great one. If only people would do this, the world would be a better place. There'd be far more people staying out of hospitals, not getting sick, losing weight, not getting cardiovascular diseases, cancer, everything in general. And what's the tip? Eat more vegetables. Vegetables is the answer. I would add to that fruit as well, but even more so for vegetables. So many people don't like vegetables. They're not really high in sugar. They don't taste amazing the way chips do. But vegetables are very low calorie dense foods. They help you to keep full, and they're rich in antioxidants, nutrients, micronutrients that your body needs. And far too many people skip it. Chicken, broccoli, and rice, hold the broccoli. Steak and eggs? Where's the vegetables with the steak and eggs? French toast? Well, I don't see the sauteed vegetables on the side like Abby Sharp wants you to have. The more vegetables you eat, the more satiated you're going to be. You're going to be less hungry, less likely to overeat, less likely to binge on excess calories because you're more full, and hunger. That is the number one reason why diets fail. You get hungry, you end up eating. And you usually end up eating things that are high in calories. And then you overeat those things and you end up 1,000, 2,000 calories or more later, and you're off your diet. But if you eat a lot of vegetables, try eating 1,000 calories of vegetables, 10 pounds of spinach, 10 pounds of mushrooms. Number 4, a high meal frequency. And it doesn't say how often that is. It just says to eat several small meals a day. And I would argue that no more than 5. Eating 6 meals a day is not better than 5. And like most things, the law of diminished returns applies. Eating 4 meals a day might be a little bit better than 3, and 5 meals a day might be a little bit better than 4, but it's not way better. But certainly, eating once a day, that's not the best way. And every meal you add on top of that is better, up to 5. 5 opportunities for muscle protein synthesis to occur when eating protein. So my suggestion to you is try to eat 4 to 5 times a day if you can, with protein in it. But if you can't, 3 should be pretty good. If you're only eating once a day, I'm going to argue that you probably are leaving gains at the table, quite literally. At the table where you're supposed to eat. And tip number 5, he says to use supplements. And does that mean he's suggesting we use PEDs? Well, it doesn't list PEDs here, but if PEDs are part of your regimen, you're going to the doctor and they're suggesting that you take PEDs, perhaps it's HRT, whatever. If the doctor's telling you you should do it, then you should do it. But if the doctor is not suggesting it, then don't do it. Protein powders, joint support, and multivitamins. Frankly, I would be shocked if he's not adding in other supplements such as creatine, beta-alanine, something for energy, coffee to get him going to have more energy. I highly doubt that he doesn't consume any supplements other than the ones listed here. I would assume Cristiano Ronaldo smart enough to hire people who can coach him to give him the best possible supplements. And if taking beta-alanine or creatine, for example, is going to help improve his performance, don't you think he wants that edge, even if it's only 1% better? And so Cristiano eats about 6 times a day. And so for breakfast, what does he eat? Whole grain cereal, egg whites, fruit juice, coffee, cold cuts or lunch meat, European cheese, pastries, avocado toast, or fruit. Obviously not all at the same time every single day. He has some variety. But notice there was coffee in there. Coffee has caffeine. And so although he's getting caffeine in coffee form, to me, that is technically still supplementing with caffeine, which is a drug. It's just not currently banned, but it has been shown to improve performance, and it used to be banned. You know, you get drug tested, and if you had too much caffeine in your system, you literally would fail the drug test in the Olympics. You couldn't do it. So if you don't think caffeine is an ergogenic aid, that it won't improve performance, why would the Olympics quite literally have banned it? And so meal 2 as a snack, you'll often have a tuna roll or fresh bread and sardines. I don't like those things, but trust me, he definitely likes it. And it's important to keep your snacks as being something that you enjoy. If you enjoy the food you're eating, you're most likely going to continue eating them rather than cheat on your diet and eating something else. And for lunch, meal 3, fish, chicken, whole wheat, pasta, green vegetables, tuna fish, or hard-boiled eggs and tomatoes. And so very healthy, a variety of different meats, carb sources, and vegetables. And meal number 4 is a protein shake. And of course, it could be a protein shake, something else like a protein bar, protein from meat or fish, or perhaps meatless protein. Doesn't have to be from an animal source. And this is to build muscle. And meal number 5, Ronaldo's favorite. See how important it is to have your favorite foods in there? He's including this as his favorite. Bacalhau à Brás.
It's bacalhau à Brás, Greg. Bacalhau à Brás.
Bacalhau à Brás. No way am I going to pronounce this right, but it says a Portuguese dish. Also could be steak, salad, chicken, turkey breast, watermelon, and a glass of wine. So you can see he's enjoying his diet. He has balance. He's not just cutting out all forms of junk. If you look at someone's diet and you see only perfection, you're in your own mind, you're thinking, well, there's not one food in there that seems off of what a normal diet would be. Chances are the person isn't going to be able to keep that diet going. It's not sustainable. And meal number 6, dessert. Used to call this good stuff. Before bed when I was a kid growing up, we called it good stuff. I thought it was an actual meal. Go to my friends and say, hey, what do you have for good stuff? They're like, what are you talking about? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and you have your snacks and you have good stuff before bed. I'm a kid. I don't know this. I'm thinking it's good stuff. Everyone has good stuff. What's good stuff? For me, it was cookies, ice cream, it was dessert, junk. We had that before bed. That's what I ate growing up. What is it for him? Birthday cake and chocolate. Because why not? It's not going to hurt you. You can have some. My general rule of thumb, try to have not more than 10% of your calories from junk. So if you're eating 2,000 calories a day and you eat 200 calories every night as a chocolate bar, it's not a problem. And that 10%, that's just for me. You can all have it 20%, whatever. The point is, if you're eating mostly junk now and you eat a little bit less, that's good. If 50% of your calories right now are from sugar or junk, then bring it down to 40%. If you're at 40, bring it down to 30. If you make 10% improvements, it's going to be enough to make a significant difference. You will slowly lose weight because you will be in a calorie deficit. If you're not in a deficit, you're going to gain weight. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IFB Pro. Please watch one of the bloops. Don't forget the harder than last time supplements. They are so freaking amazing. The reviews are coming in. People are loving it. Please give it a try. Click the link in the description. Cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team. Like and subscribe. Follow me in the gram and the talk. And until next time, I'm out.